Hello again, it's Kiana Brathwaite, CEO and founder of KB Calls. I was watching the news recently, and I know I kind of, I'm going to say, suffer from this. I've been a victim of um, um, putting myself on the back burner, right? So I did notice that a lot of times civil servants, first responders, nurses, doctors, even actually this one was a soon-to-be bishop who actually made me think about this. He did not look the healthiest to me. And I find that a lot of times people who are in service type positions do not take care of themselves. And there's a whole bunch of reasons. I think I wrote an article about my experience as a nurse, putting myself behind everybody else. But I know another reason is time, right? Time and being able to allot the resources to do something for yourself is kind of looked at as being selfish. And I've mentioned this before. We really need to change how we look at our health and how we think about our health and how we put resources into our health. But it's easier to not do than it is to do, right? So, for instance, take me. I I was having some gut issues and decided to start the elimination diet as directed by my integrated health doctor. So we partnered together. She provided me information. I was able to ask questions and really gave myself probably about 2 months to prep for this change because it was a significant change in how I was eating. Um, and then did it, loved it, enjoyed it, came off of it for the holidays because it was the holidays. I just knew that there were certain things that I was not going to eliminate and wanted to move into a different type of change in eating habits at the beginning of the year, which I didn't put the 2 months in the plan. I didn't implement anything. I didn't really give myself a chance to do all what I did to be successful with the previous diet. And I actually really missed the other diet because I was looking forward to going back into it. So when I started it's Candida Control, that for me was a really difficult diet. It required a lot more planning, a lot more mental stamina, because there were just some things that were being cut out that I really didn't want to let go of, like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, and I was using them in different supplementary type of foods when I was on the elimination diet, and I couldn't do that on the Candida Control. Mushrooms. I had been introduced with mushrooms and started to really love mushrooms and different vinegars. I wasn't using actual bottled salad dressing. I was creating my own, but couldn't use vinegar. So it was a lot of things that I had gotten used to or started to really enjoy because of experimentation that I was not able to continue into this other diet. So it made it a lot harder for me to be successful in the Candida Control. I'm actually coming off of it, and I'm going to do what I need to do for myself to be successful with the elimination diet. And it was something that I was playing around with and I really enjoyed. But that process, right? So from having a conversation with my doctor in July, August, all the way up until January, that's a very long process of having to figure out what works and what doesn't work for you. And that requires some resources, energy, willingness, monetary resources to make sure that you have what you need to be successful on these kind of lifestyle changes. And then the will, right? Just the will to continue through this thing and see it through to the end, or just to continue it, right? Long game, short game. So it's not the easiest thing to make your health a priority. It actually can be really difficult depending on your environment, what your employment situation is, how many people in your life that you're responsible for taking care of, just all the things that you have going on, scheduling and all that. So I just really wanted to kind of just speak into the complexity of and sometimes complication that comes along with making different health choices, and the fact that it is looked upon as being kind of selfish because you're putting yourself ahead of other people to make sure that you are pouring into your own cup and pouring from an overflowing cup as opposed to an empty cup. So yeah, I was thinking about that. It was just really, really interesting to me how I've really noticed that a lot of people who are in servant type of professions, we end up putting ourselves in the back burner. And it's something that I've suffered from for, I don't like the word suffer. It's something that I've done consciously and unconsciously for a very long time. And it takes a lot of intention for me to do what I need to do for myself and still be able to do for others. So, wanted to share. Love the feedback. Would love to hear from you. Yeah, look forward to sharing more. Bye.